From in-home care to advocacy at the Capitol, one Bay Area nonprofit has spent decades on the front lines helping older adults live independently, safely, and with purpose. On this Giving Day, we want to highlight the good work of Choice in Aging by welcoming the CEO and President, Debbie Toth. Debbie, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
This is an organization that does a lot of good things for people. I think we as, what do they call people who don't need help? Able-bodied people?
Yeah.
Forget that if you can't walk, if you can't do certain things, you need help.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why we're here. So not being able to drive or not being able to walk or not being able to navigate things without support should not land you in an institution.
Right.
And we have been around for 76 years so that people don't have to be in institutions if they don't need to be. So we support folks living independently in community with dignity and, dare I say, joy.
Mm-hmm. And you seem joyful. How do people find you? How do people who need services get your services?
So people can call our phone number, 925-682-6330. They can find us on the web at choiceandaging.org. But typically, their physician will refer them. The Alzheimer's Association will refer them. We have an information and assistance line in the county that will refer them. So people come in through different ways or word of mouth.
Is it, obviously it's just more than physical help. Sometimes it's just having someone to talk to, having friends. That's very important, right?
Yeah, no, we have adult day healthcare programs. If you think about like people who need a skilled nursing facility level of care, they can't navigate the senior center anymore, they come to us for adult day healthcare. We have the same staff as a skilled nursing, but it looks and feels like a senior center. So we help them with getting around, and we help them with going to the restroom and eating and engaging in activities. And we provide health services, but they're not there for health services. They're there for community, for socialization, to have friends, to do pet therapy, plant horticultural therapy, a variety of different things. We talk current events. Woo! Those are hot topics right now.
So in the last 10 years, Debbie, I've heard the word dignity used a lot when it comes to people getting to this stage of life. They still want to feel like they have some dignity left, and that's where you help, right?
Yeah, because we believe that you don't age out of the ability to have dignity and joy, and there's a concept of interdependence at this point in life, right? So maybe not independence in the traditional sense, but like how do we work with each other to support each other living in the place that we want to live? Because nobody wants to live in an institution.
Right.
So why not have supports and services that allow them to navigate the healthcare system, that allow them to get their spiritual, emotional, physical needs met? And so we do that.
You know, nonprofits have been a little bit hit hard. You know, the current administration and all the money, you know, there's a lot of, I don't know, maybe commotion going on when it comes to this. So I'm sure you've been affected. So the donations will really help.
The donations will hugely help because we don't know what's coming. We just heard that the Senate, right before walking in here, we heard that the Senate passed this big, what they're calling beautiful bill. I don't call it a beautiful bill, 17 million people being booted off of their health insurance. And we have seen with studies that the first thing to get cut when we have massive Medicaid cuts are home and community-based services, which is what we do. And what's so, to me, foolish about it is that you are cost shifting. So what costs very little to provide services in community, you pay a lot more to have people living in institutions, and it's not where they want to be. So yeah, we're very concerned about what this is going to look like.
Lastly, real quick, the money helps. What does it mostly go for? Or it goes for everything, or does it?
Everything. So we predominantly serve very low income older adults. And what we get paid by Medi-Cal to provide those services, which by the way is Medicaid, doesn't cover the cost to provide those services. So we have to fundraise to keep our doors open. And it brings music therapy, it brings horticultural therapy, it brings transportation, nutrition. We even have an intergenerational preschool that comes over and hangs out with our elders. And so we do Montessori activities. So we buy curriculum and we buy supplies and we buy, you heard the gentleman's wheelchair got stolen on the story. So we buy what's called durable medical equipment, wheelchairs, walkers, a variety of things so that we can help people continue to live in the community with dignity and joy.
Debbie Toth, CEO of Choice in Aging, thank you so much for being here. And if you'd like to donate to Choice in Aging, we've made it easy for you. Just scan the QR code on your screen right now or head to ktvu.com/givingday.